Welcome to my channel, where today we'll be talking about an idea that has completely reshaped the way I live: choosing quality over quantity. For many seniors, this simple shift can bring more peace, better health, and even financial freedom. Over the years, I've realized that the things we surround ourselves with either support our well-being or quietly drain us. When we choose carefully and intentionally, every item in our lives can serve us instead of weighing us down. This lesson is especially meaningful as we grow older, when clutter becomes more of a burden and simplicity becomes a gift. I used to hold on to things out of habit, thinking that having more was somehow better. Closets filled with clothes I never wore, cabinets stacked with dishes I didn't need, and shelves lined with trinkets I barely noticed. But in reality, all those things added stress instead of joy. They took up my space, my time, and my energy. Slowly, I began to realize that quality items, those that lasted, felt comfortable, or made life easier, were far more valuable than the sheer number of possessions. That shift toward minimalism gave me a lighter home and a clearer mind. Minimalism for seniors isn't about depriving ourselves of what we love. Instead, it's about keeping what truly matters and letting go of what no longer serves us. For instance, instead of owning 20 kitchen gadgets that rarely work well, I now rely on just a few durable tools that I trust every day. This has not only freed up space, but also made cooking simpler and more enjoyable. The same goes for clothing. I've learned that a few quality outfits that fit well and feel good are worth more than a closet packed with things I never reach for. Another benefit of choosing quality over quantity is safety. As we age, tripping hazards or poorly made items can pose real risks. A sturdy chair, a reliable pair of shoes, or a well-made walker can make all the difference in preventing accidents. Cheap, flimsy items often wear out quickly and may even lead to injuries. By investing in durable and safe options, seniors can create a living environment that feels secure and supportive. Quality is not just about luxury, it's about protection and peace of mind. Finances also play a major role in this decision. At first, buying something of higher quality may seem more expensive, but over time it saves money because good items last longer and require fewer replacements. I've bought cheap shoes in the past that wore out in months, forcing me to buy another pair. Now I invest in one solid pair that lasts for years, which saves me money in the long run. For seniors living on fixed incomes, this approach is both practical and empowering. There is also an emotional benefit in letting go of quantity. Too many belongings can make us feel weighed down, both physically and mentally. When every closet and drawer is overflowing, it's hard to find what we truly need. By clearing out the excess and keeping only quality, purposeful items, we can experience a sense of freedom. A tidy home brings calm to the mind, and that calmness leads to more joy in daily living. Minimalism for seniors truly nurtures both the home and the heart. I remember the first time I went through my kitchen and donated all the duplicate items. At first, it felt difficult to part with things I thought I might need someday. But as I stood in the cleaner, more open kitchen, I felt lighter. Cooking became easier because I knew exactly where everything was, and I no longer felt overwhelmed by clutter. That experience taught me that choosing quality over quantity is not just about possessions. It's about how we want to live. This principle can also apply to social activities and commitments. As seniors, we don't need to fill our calendars with endless events to feel fulfilled. Choosing quality time with loved ones rather than spreading ourselves thin brings deeper connections and lasting joy. Just as with items in our homes, fewer but more meaningful experiences can enrich our lives far more than quantity ever could. Time, like belongings, deserves to be chosen wisely. For health and wellness, minimalism also plays a surprising role. A cluttered environment often leads to stress, which can affect sleep, blood pressure, and overall mental well-being. On the other hand, a home filled with quality items that support comfort and safety promotes relaxation. A supportive mattress, ergonomic chair, or reliable water filter may seem like small choices, but together they create an environment that encourages health. Seniors benefit greatly from these thoughtful investments. The emotional journey of downsizing can sometimes bring up feelings of guilt or nostalgia. Letting go of items connected to memories is not always easy, but I've learned that memories live within us, not in objects. By keeping only the most meaningful items, perhaps a family photo album or a cherished piece of jewelry, we honor the past while freeing ourselves for the present. Choosing quality over quantity in sentimental belongings allows us to treasure memories without drowning in them. Spiritual peace is another hidden gift of this lifestyle. Many seniors find that letting go of excess belongings brings a sense of clarity and gratitude. With fewer distractions, we can focus more on relationships, personal growth, and inner peace. The simplicity of a decluttered life often feels like a fresh start, even in our later years. It allows us to focus on what truly matters: love, health, and a sense of purpose. One of the best things about this approach is that it can be done gradually. You don't need to overhaul your entire home in one weekend. Start small, maybe with a single drawer or closet, and notice the difference it makes. Over time, as you continue to choose quality over quantity, the benefits will multiply. The key is patience and persistence. Every small step towards simplicity makes life easier and more enjoyable. I've also noticed that family members appreciate this shift. When my children visit, they no longer feel overwhelmed by clutter. Instead, they find a home that feels peaceful, organized, and welcoming. This has sparked conversations about their own choices and has even inspired them to simplify their own lives. In this way, minimalism for seniors becomes a legacy we pass down, not through things, but through wisdom. Technology is another area where this lesson applies. Instead of keeping dozens of outdated gadgets or unused apps, seniors can focus on a few reliable tools that truly help daily life. A good smartphone, a tablet for video calls, or a simple television can cover most needs without overwhelming us. Just like in our physical space, digital minimalism reduces stress and increases clarity. Quality technology helps us stay connected without unnecessary clutter. Minimalism also opens up more time for meaningful hobbies. With less to clean, repair, or organize, we gain freedom to pursue what brings joy, whether it's gardening, painting, reading, or volunteering. I found that once I cleared out the excess, I finally had energy to focus on activities I loved. Life became richer not because I owned more, but because I had the time and space to live more fully. That is the real gift of choosing quality. Traveling becomes easier as well when we adopt this mindset. Seniors who pack fewer but higher quality items experience less stress and more comfort on trips. A durable suitcase, comfortable shoes, and versatile clothing make traveling lighter and more enjoyable. Instead of worrying about keeping track of many belongings, we can focus on the adventure itself. This sense of freedom extends beyond the home and into the wider world. Another important lesson is that quality doesn't always mean expensive. Sometimes the most valuable items are simple, well-made, and affordable. It's about recognizing durability, comfort, and usefulness, not chasing luxury. For example, a handcrafted wooden spoon may serve better than a fancy gadget that breaks in a year. By being mindful and intentional, seniors can find the perfect balance between value and simplicity. The peace that comes from a decluttered life spreads into every corner of daily living. With fewer things to manage, seniors can enjoy mornings with less stress and evenings with more relaxation. Even simple routines like making tea or reading a book become more enjoyable in a calm, uncluttered space. Quality over quantity means creating an environment where each day feels lighter, freer, and more meaningful. Over time, I've come to see minimalism not as giving things up, but as gaining freedom. Freedom from constant shopping, from clutter, and from the weight of excess. Freedom to focus on what truly matters, whether it's health, family, or peace of mind. For seniors, this approach is not only practical, but deeply rewarding. It's a way of living that honors both our past experiences and our present needs. Another wonderful benefit of focusing on quality is the sense of pride it brings. When you look around and see fewer but better possessions, there's a feeling of satisfaction that comes with knowing each item has earned its place. Your home begins to reflect your values rather than clutter. This shift often inspires others in your circle, family, friends, and even neighbors, to reconsider their own relationship with things. In this way, choosing quality over quantity doesn't just change your life. Thanks for watching and for joining me on this journey of choosing quality over quantity. Minimalism for seniors is not about restriction. It's about creating a life filled with peace, safety, and joy. I hope my experiences and insights encourage you to look around your own home and ask, does this truly serve me? When we answer honestly, we open the door to a simpler, healthier, and more fulfilling lifestyle. Remember, every small step toward minimalism brings more lightness to your days and more clarity to your spirit.